Still on edge after a mother and daughter were attacked on their walk to school.
You don't want them walking home by themselves no more.
I'm checking back on the safety gaps we uncovered and the changes CMS promised to make. Back out here live, we can see that the front doors of the store at the gas station boarded up this morning. Police are still trying to figure out what led up to that shooting here, and they're trying to figure out if the victims and the shooter knew each other. Here live in York, I'm Gina Esposito, Channel 9.
Through neighborhoods in Gaston County, peppering dozens of vehicles with pellets. New at noon, Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito is live with all of the cases. Gina, this comes at a major expense for drivers.
Yeah, just here on Church Street, the suspect shot out the back window of this SUV and then went over to their neighbor's red car right here, shot out this window. You can see the glass there on the ground. Now, there are several cars with damage like this across Belmont. Take a look at this video. Belmont police have taken more than 60 reports of damaged vehicles in north and southwest neighborhoods. Now, police say the suspects that caused all this damage overnight are both teenagers. They were arrested this morning during a traffic stop here in Belmont. But investigators say they're also responsible for other damaged cars in Gaston County and Cramerton. I've reached out to authorities.
Right at the beginning of the workday. In the last hour, crews repaired a ruptured gas line on West Trade Street. Let's get right out to Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito live there for us now. Gina, this was a mistake by the contractor.
5 minutes, crews with Piedmont Natural Gas just left the scene here. Crews had worked to repair this gas line. Now we're told construction crews working on the Cat's Gateway project, as you can see just ahead here on Trade Street, hit that line around 8 o'clock this morning during rush hour. Take a look. We arrived shortly after that break, and we saw black fog fill the area around the pipe, and we could hear a loud hissing sound. Charlotte firefighters pulled the fire alarm in an apartment building to evacuate residents as a precaution. They also asked several businesses to clear out. Fire crews cut off the gas in about 25 minutes, but Trade Street remained closed for about an hour. In the past 2 hours, Piedmont told us the gas break didn't impact service. Still, residents told me the break alone caused a lot of issues this morning.
It's affecting everyone that stay here in the uptown area. If anyone's going to work or school, it's kind of impacting us all together.
Now, firefighters did enter this apartment building to check the gas levels, and all readings came back normal. We're told that the project here on Trade is expected to wrap up in October. Here, Bundy says the pay raise City Council approved helped boost morale within the department.
Gina Esposito was live at the stadium with more on this controversy. Gina?
Yeah, just outside the Jerry Richardson Stadium, this plaque hangs in his honor. You'll remember the NFL fined Richardson after allegations of sexual harassment and using racial slurs. Some students believe that's enough to get this plaque removed and his name removed from the stadium. Student leaders want to send out a survey to see what students here think about the issue. Unclear when that will happen. We do know that they will vote tonight on that resolution. It's at 5 o'clock. Here live in University City, I'm Gina.
Live for us on Newcastle Street in North Charlotte. Mark, you've been gathering information on this for hours now. What do you know at this point?
And John, police have kept this street right over my shoulder here roped off with this yellow crime tape for 5 hours. This afternoon, they are still pulling evidence out of that house where the mother was killed. Police say the man who shot the woman knew her well because they had a relationship of some kind. Family members and neighbors tell Channel 9 that mother and father had more than 4 children. Fortunately, officers say none of those kids were inside the house when the mother was shot.
Change all that. Eyewitness News reporter Mark Barber is live for us uptown to explain how the team is trying to get input from the fans about this next move. Mark?
And John, if you ask those fans about the new Panthers logo, well, you get some pretty polarizing answers. Practically
tens of millions of dollars every year.
Eyewitness News reporter Mark Barber is live in Uptown. And Mark, city leaders, they have a lot on their plate trying to keep the CIAA tournament in the Queen City.
And Brittany, those city leaders want to keep the tournament here because this year it brought in more than $50 million. Still, keeping the CIAA from leaving Charlotte could be a challenge because for the first time in a long time,
a Charlotte family was torn apart after police say the father shot and killed the mother.
They say it happened early this morning on Newcastle Street near I-85 in North Charlotte. Reporter Mark Barber dug into the disturbing trend of cases of domestic violence. It's now left at least 4 more children without their parents.
Police say fortunately none of those children were inside the house behind this yellow crime tape when the mother was shot to death.
It's horrible. It's heartbreaking.
Gary Helms lives across the street from the house where the mother was killed.
I got the kids out the door actually 5 minutes before all this went down. They were just walking right up this here street, and I went in to just grab my phone and came out, and there was police presence everywhere.
His confusion turned into shock when officers told him the father is the prime suspect.
They seem normal. They seem normal. Everything just seems so normal with them.
Helms says they had more than 4 children.
As a father myself, I mean, that's just all I keep thinking about is, you know, just the children growing up without a father or mother or whatever the circumstance be.
Police say they are still trying to figure out what those circumstances were that led to the shooting.
We have no idea at this time, but we have some of the best detectives in our homicide unit, and I'm sure they're going to find that out.
Out of the 41 homicides in Charlotte this year, Channel 9 has learned 8 of them, or 20%, have now been tied to domestic violence.
It's troublesome. It leaves me just wondering and thinking about what could have pushed somebody to this point.
While he waits to learn what happened, Helms says he'll be holding on to his own family even tighter.
It makes me take a step back, think, and I want to hug my wife.
Police say they didn't notice any signs of trouble, like repeated calls for help from the house that would have helped them intervene any sooner. Reporting here in North Charlotte, Mark Barber, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
9 alerted CMS about that opening, and when I checked on that same fence today, I saw it was fixed. But then I found more problems. When I walked along the fence today, I did discover another area that is broken. Take a look. You can push through this fence. Someone can get through. All 3 latches here are broken.
I didn't know it was breaks in the fence.
Shanique Sweet has 2 children that attend the school. She says she's still on edge after last week's attack.
You don't want them walking home by themselves no more.
But like many parents and grandparents of children we spoke with, are glad some issues are getting addressed.
Well, it makes me feel good because I have grandkids over here.
In North Charlotte, Gina Esposito, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Evidence. Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito is live there. This is on Nautical Drive, just off Catawba Avenue. Gina, bring us up to speed on this investigation.
In the past hour, we just received an update from Cornelius Police. They say that a man was shot and killed outside. This is the Admiral's Quarters apartments here, and they also said they believe 2 people are involved. This is still a pretty active scene. You can see they have crime tape up here, and they've been focused in the back parking lot where in the past 15 minutes they just removed the body. The name of the victim hasn't been released. Police asking anyone with information about the shooting to contact them. Now, a scene like this is pretty unusual for this community. So coming up in the next 30 minutes, I'll break down the latest crime numbers that illustrate how rare these type of investigations.
An unforgettable performance by a Charlotte native and star of The Lion King with his fellow cast members. The inspiration he gave to other children at a local.
A performance that will give you chills and a message of hope.
If I can do it, you all can do it, and maybe do it better.
New at 6, the special visit to a local children's hospital by the cast of The Lion King.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News, covering the Carolinas.
A special performance lifted the spirits of kids at Novant's Hemby Children's Hospital today.
The cast of The Lion King sang, and they brought the patients special treats today. New at 6 anchor Blaine Tollison spoke with one cast member once treated at that same hospital about the message of hope he delivered.
This stage at the Children's Hospital is much smaller than what the cast of The Lion King is used to, but they impacted the lives of children trying to get better here in a big way.
This talented cast on tour in Charlotte took a break from the bright lights and brightened spirits at the Novant Hemby Children's Hospital. They shared The Lion King's iconic opening theme for kids and parents in need of a good pick-me-up. The cast includes Charlotte native Ramon Reed, who plays Simba on Broadway's Lion King in New York, but requested to sing in front of a home crowd this week. He spoke with Channel 9 over a week ago about overcoming sickle cell to pursue his passion for performing. Ramon and his mom spent time in this very hospital and came back today. But instead of getting treatment, Ramon gave something else.
We just wanted to come and share a little bit of love and a little bit of hope.
If I can do it, you all can do it, and maybe do it better.
Their message wasn't lost on this group.
That spotlight outshines his disability, his sickness, his challenges.
Or Ramon's doctor, who also watched with joy.
When you're sick and you have a disease like sickle cell that could come anytime, to see someone performing at the top level, it's just inspirational.
If you want to catch the Lion King in Charlotte, it is here until Sunday. From Elizabeth, Blaine Tollison, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.